columnist who is read around the world, and whatever he writes, people are going to be looking at around the world because this is a game changer. Is it not, Oliver Bateman? Good evening.
Good evening, Rob. Glad to be here on the phone with you. And yes, it is a huge thing for our region and an exciting thing for not just Pittsburgh, but the cities around Pittsburgh that have all of this announced investment.
Billions. We're talking billions of dollars, data, AI centers, and I have the mayor of Aliquippa on in 1 hour, DeJuan Walker, and destination West Aliquippa, 8-mile stretch, pristine land along the Ohio River, could be a place that billions will be going into a community that was once a steel giant. Just explain to the audience why data and this natural gas and these power stations that are going to be used to really power all of the AI, and names like Amazon are going to be at this incredible summit, why this is as big as it was during the turn of the 19th going into the 20th century. And this is really the start of a new technology industrial age that's going to affect this country. And once again, Western Pennsylvania is going to be lighting the lamp. Oliver.
It's a big thing for Western PA right now because as we look at sources of energy, the U.S. needs to build nuclear, and there's been announced nuclear projects. But the U.S. needs, and what Western Pennsylvania has right now is gas. And, I mean, we've got enough gas right here in Western Pennsylvania to power the entire United Kingdom to meet their energy needs production-wise. And we're going to be able to use that supply to run all of these server centers and data centers and other things that we need right now.
Let's talk about this summit. Oliver Bateman, my guest columnist, is going to bring together the world's top leaders in energy and AI alongside the biggest global investors, labor and trade leaders, and government officials to showcase Pennsylvania's incredible potential to power the AI revolution. Homer City is the first. It'll be 10,000 members of the building trades getting that done, and thousands when it's all said and done. Let's talk about what this is going to do for carpenters, electricians, and plumbers, and those graduating from high school who will become apprentices and journey people that are actually going to be cashing in on this for many years to come, because maintenance will be necessary as well. So this is a big boost, this summit, for the building trades, correct?
It absolutely is. And, you know, this region, whether Republican or Democrat, if you look at a lot of the representatives, this region has always been strong on the trades. You know, to win in my home district down in Washington, Pennsylvania, you've always had to support prevailing wage legislation, Republican or Democrat, doesn't matter. And that's always favored these strong connections with the trades that have, you know, as we were building all those gas wells on farms down in that area in the 2000s, that was work for them. You know, the nuclear work up in Homer City has been work for them. This is a region that's already got that base of craftspeople. With these extra jobs, we can grow it some more. There are many parts of the country that can really say that they can tap that advantage, that combination of engineers coming out of Pitt and out of Carnegie Mellon, and then all of these potential skilled jobs that we can quickly task up with all of the union strength that we still have in the area. You know, this region is really, and I think David McCormick gets it. I think he gets it in the way that few have before him, and I mean, he's going to get a lot of credit for this, and deservedly so.
Well, I'll tell you, that was going to be my next question. How is it that a guy who's only been in office for a handful of months is able to swing the gavel to get this thing done? I mean, this is a big move. I got to believe a lot of it has to do with his entrepreneurial background. And it's one of the reasons why I think President Trump was the able-bodied president who came to West Mifflin to speak to the troops and got that deal done between Nippon and U.S. Steel. Because you got to be looking at this as far as this summit being a big-ticket item. And also, when you look at the nuclear energy industry that you mentioned earlier, that name that is Westinghouse here in this part of the country as well, too. So this is something that I think the stars are aligned for this to be hit out of the ballpark for many, many years. And for that matter, generations to come. Oliver.
I feel like, I mean, you and I are biased because we supported a deal from the get-go. But, you know, Senator McCormick came into office, hit the ball out of the park on the Nippon Steel deal, getting that support done. I mean, just the correct position at the correct time. And as much as I feel like there's Trump's leadership, I think it's actually McCormick's leadership in knowing how to reach both sides of the aisle. You see, he's working with the senior Senator Fetterman. He's got good relationships up and down. He doesn't have a lot of like, you know, he's not fought back and forth. You know, he's a guy that comes out of the world of business. He's a guy that's come out of making deals. He's a guy that's come out of the Army. You know, he's the right person for the right time right now to make all of these deals, to push all of this forward. And I think this is going to launch his national brand. This is a huge thing. Everybody's going to be at this event tomorrow. I think people on the radio need to know how significant it is. It's like every major energy leader in the country.
So you, as a reporter, a journalist who writes for, well, papers and magazines all around the world, I think that the rest of the world is going to be looking at this. From your perspective, what do you think some of these foreign countries and their leaders are going to be looking for and waiting to hear from this event?
I think that what we need to make sure that we get out here, and I'm seeing it because I'm already getting the press releases because I'm on the credentials list for the event. So I'm already getting the press release from all these energy leaders and the things that they're doing or are going to be announced. I think the rest of the world's looking to see, you know, Trump and other people have made this pitch, and here's what we're going to do. I think they're looking to see what are the actual building projects going to be, where's the money going to go, who's going to get it, what region is going to get it, what energy sources are you going to use to power these places. And I think this is a real practical demonstration of, I mean, the Pittsburgh region is a hidden gem. The southwestern and just western Pennsylvania regions are not even a hidden gem. This place has been doing the work for a long time. And we're poised to grab. And I think that this has got to be, you know, as much trouble as the city has had with falling school enrollments and everything else. This needs to be a time where you can get all you can get. And it looks like McCormick understands the value of getting every piece of deal, every piece of pork that you can get out of this, which I totally endorse as a person who's from here. You want to do good, but you want that good to come out of here.